All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about how to be authentic on social media. We've been talking about how to push back some of those limiting beliefs, our fears, our fear of criticism from others, and all those things that kind of keep us recoiled from showing our true authentic selves online. The reality is that no one can be authentic by trying to be like someone else. There is no doubt you can learn from their experiences, but there is no way you can be successful trying to be like them. People trust you when you are genuine and authentic, not an imitation. I think this is really important because so many times we get caught up in that comparison game of what someone else does, or we worry, right, about our image in someone else's eyes when in reality that's none of our freaking business. That's not within our control and it's none of our business. So why show up authentically on social media? Now, I know a lot of people taking my courses are not social sellers, but social media it's a part of our lives. It's a part of our everyday connections, and it is a large way that we connect with people and find value and bring value to our lives. And so, for those of us that are online, especially if you're using social media to build a business, it's the foundation for relationship building. Being authentic is the only way you can actually build a relationship. I don't know about you, but have you ever tried to be like totally fake in a friendship or a relationship? Like that facade crumbles really fast. And so, if you want to make genuine connections with people based on truth, you have got to show up as your true self. It builds trust. Look, agree with me or disagree with me, people have begun to trust me because they know that I mean what I say. I have integrity. I show up when I say I'm going to do things, and I speak on things that I'm deeply passionate about and that I believe in. So, my goal online isn't to be the most palatable person, it's not to water myself down, it's to build trust in what I'm saying. And there's a lot of people that disagree with what I'm saying or how I'm showing up. They may not like the language I use, but they do know that I am who I am and that I'm being authentic. Which brings us to the next point. It gains respect. People respect authenticity. They don't have to agree with you. They don't always have to like you, but a lot of times they will respect you if you're showing up as your true self. And guess what? If they don't, that's not your person. You've got to learn to let those people go because there's no way you're ever going to please everybody. You might as well not put the most watered down, bland version of yourself out there. And then for those of you that are social sellers, it's important to remember that you are your brand, not your product, not your company. People will connect with you. So, how to show up authentically online as a social seller? One, I want you to show your face. So many of you are reposting other people's content. That does nothing for you. People that shows me zero about who you are, what you believe in, what your values are, what your morals and ethics are. I don't know if you're my person or not. But first, show your face, right? Show who you are. And again, I hear this all the time. Well, I don't have makeup on. I've gained 20 pounds. That's the control freak in you. That's you trying to control how other people see you, right? You need to be who you are. You can't hide yourself in public. I don't know why people get like this with social media. You don't need to be catfishing people. There are people out there that genuinely want to connect with you. You have to show yourself, and you have to show it often. Also, decide what matters to you. What are your passions, interests, issues, affiliations, beliefs, and core values? This is why I had us really identify what some of those core values are and our passions and interests. These are the things that you need to show up and speak about, right? Create original content that you would enjoy and engage in. The resharing stuff is old. It's old news. I would rather you get on and talk for 2 minutes, bumbling through and saying a bunch of ums, and be yourself. Drop the phone. Have a booger. That's relatable. That's authentic. Include polls. Be silly if you're a silly person. Be funny if you're a funny person. Ask for opinions. Share opinions. Ask for engagement. Okay, this is how we build connections with people. And this is truly also how we change lives. I know a lot of you are in this course for personal development, but your goal is growth and your goal is impact, right? And I think it's really important to note that in order to lead, in order to help other people, in order to lead people, you cannot be a leader and a people pleaser at the same time. You simply cannot. What you want to aim for is authenticity and honesty. Also, determine what your brand is. if you have branding like colors, emblems, animals, fonts, etc. And we will talk about that in the next course, my fifth course. We're going to get deep into branding. And lastly, be relatable, be imperfect, and be human. So many people are so caught up in I can't go live because I don't look perfect, or I'm going to delete this because I messed up, or whatever. Post a reel that has a misspelled thing. Be who you are, and that is how you actually show up and make connections and change lives. And that's how you find happiness. None of us are happy trying to be this perfectly curated version of ourselves. You're going to be so much happier when you can just become okay with really showing up as who you are. What to avoid? Copy and pasting other people's words. Also, avoid resharing content or reels. If you're gonna post that stuff, great. It should be you coming up with those things and providing value to your audience. Posting something off-brand or that won't provide value to your audience. Again, I see people like resharing stuff all the time, and that's fine, but it doesn't connect me with them. I'm here to connect with people. In a world when we're all separated by screens and computers, we are desperate for human connection. It also sets you apart from others. Why would people want to follow you? Why would people want to shop with you? Why would they want to support your business? Why would they want to share your posts? Why would they want to meet you for coffee? Why would they want to show up for you when you have a flat tire? That people need to know who you are in order for them to connect with you. I know we talked about this, but you are the brand, not your product or company. So that means don't just regurgitate product post. Like it's too much. People will just tune out to that. Also, avoid posting something general that won't elicit a response, reaction, comment, or engagement. And I'm going to add in here a connection, right? A connection. So if you're just like, oh my gosh, who loves burritos? Let me know in the comments if you love burritos. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something so silly, right? But I mean, if you're deeply passionate about burritos and you want to connect with other moms that live on the west side of town that also love burritos, hell yeah, then post it. But I see so many people just being like real careful not to talk about anything in the media or anything that someone might disagree on, or oh my gosh, my mom's group is really conservative and I want to post this really liberal post. What are they going to think about me? Post it, sis. Post it. Also, trying to be like someone else you enjoy or follow online. You guys, what we see on social media is the damn highlight reel, okay? So there's no amount of changing you can do in your life to show up as somebody else that's perfect on social media. I'm here to tell you as a professional that does this, people crave relatability and authentic. They are craving it, right? They don't want perfect. I don't want perfect. I don't want to see a robot talking on a live. I want to see you with your kid screaming in the background. I want to see, you have to run off camera to change a poopy diaper. Like, people will connect with what's real. So focus areas when you're online, what should you be focusing on? How do you show up authentically? There's 3 real reasons why I'm online and how I provide value to my audience. 1, people want to be entertained, right? They want to smile. This builds the relationship, and that is misspelled. Awesome. 2, to educate people. This is a way to bring value to your audience. It creates trust. It gets people to think, wow, like we have something in common. They show up and they look to you. They're actually looking to learn from you. And then last is to inspire people. So this needs to be specific to the shared visions of your audience and who you want to serve. But it's a great way for you to find like-minded folks that are resharing your content, liking your content, engaging on your content. Any one of these serves a purpose and enables you to show up authentically. So how to find your brand. And this is just a quick snippet. We are going to do a month-long course on actual branding next month. But find your adjectives. Find words that describe you. And if you don't know what words describe you, ask your closest friend, your spouse, your siblings. Take a quiz. We did those before, right? So we got a little bit to know what our passions are, our interests, our core values, what we're great at, what we're not so great at. But there are tons of links out there that will help you, tons of personality tests. It doesn't have to be one that I have sent to you. Spend time out there. I wouldn't spend like weeks and weeks, right? Because this isn't going to help you. But I would, if you're still really confused on how you can show up and show value to people, take some quizzes, do some exploring. Also identify your ideal customer or business partner if you're in this to do business. If it's not for business, ideal who you want to make connections with. Who do you need in your life? Is it mom friends? Is it fellow teachers? Who are you looking to connect with? And this will help you to speak to your perfect person and connect with your perfect person. And then lastly, build relationships. Find groups within your brand or your purpose and start building relationships with like-minded people. This is how you find your brand on who you are. And your brand just means who you are. That's it. So the work is worth the reward, right? 97% of consumers access social media at least once a month. I mean, it's probably closer to 99 now, honestly. 55% of buyers discover brands, companies on social media. 67% of shoppers buy products they have seen on social media. 52% say they would buy something from a brand they follow on Facebook. And remember, you are the brand, right? If you're on here to sell, but I want you to think bigger. I originally created this content for sellers and then opened it up, but I met my husband on Facebook. I can't tell you how many times some of the most important people in my life I have connected with through social media, and I'm here to tell you that I would not have connected with the most impactful people in my entire life if I wasn't showing up as my true authentic self. And so I want you to think about what you are missing. If you're so scared to make a post, if you're so scared to post a picture, if you're so scared to post something you believe in, it's doing the work for you. It's sorting out the people that really don't belong in your life or are just turds and you can leave them. And it's going to find you and replace them with better people for you. So, in conclusion, what can we do right now? I want you to start showing your face joyously, right? Imperfectly. I don't care if you have pimples. I don't care if it's a bad hair day. There's another person out there with pimples and a bad hair day just like you that needs to see it. Begin finding a way to provide value to others. I think we get so caught up in the me. What's authentic for me? What do I like? How do I talk about me? But it's much easier to show up authentically when we make it about how can we help and serve and love and lead other people? How do we provide value to them? It's so much easier for me to show up like who I am when I look at it that way. And then say and post the scary, vulnerable, and opinionated things. Those things that you've been too scared to say or do or talk about. I want you to get out there and do it. And it's going to be uncomfortable the first 17 times you do it. I'm just going to be real here. And then you're going to find, you know what? People can have their opinions about me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. Once you remove this fear and the feelings and emotions that are attached with criticism or people's opinions about you, and you just can learn and develop over time, develop that thicker skin to just show up as who you are, you're going to find a level of peace that you did not know existed. So I hope that this helps with the social media front, and I can't wait to talk with you later in the course on your purpose in all of this.